Hello and welcome to Unity Christian High School for today's annual South City Classic between the north side versus the south side of the track. So we're going to call it Unity versus Hudsonville. Hudsonville will be on the road today, and we will watch the South City Classic. Usually a good game between these two teams. Could be cousin versus cousin, neighbor versus neighbor, church member versus church member, but it's always a good basketball game between two crosstown rivals. Joining alongside tonight is Matt Fabiano, and Matt, the annual South City Classic comes to town tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's always, like you said, always a really good game, and it should be a good one again tonight. But it is always nice because both communities really show out for these games usually.
Yeah, the fans are slowly filing in for game number one. This will be the girls' game, followed by the boys' game tonight. And I think by the time we get to about halftime, I think we'll be stretching for our seats here. But we got a beautiful seat here at courtside up on the track side. We're sitting on the track as these two teams battled out in the annual South City Classic. Since 2008, Hudsonville has the leading edge. They are leading in 14 games. They're 10-4 overall. And really, I look back at the 13-14 year and the 11-12 year. That's when UNC beat Hudsonville. The last time was in 2014. They took a, 4-year break in there between 2019 and 2023. Last year they brought back the annual South City Classic on the girls' side, but the boys have continued on since the inception of the South City Classic. And we're in for two good games. The Hudsonville Eagles, the road team today, coming into the contest at 2-2 overall. And Hudsonville Unity Christian comes in the contest at 3-2 overall. And it's always fun to see two teams battle out on the court. Trying to catch my breath a little bit, but
Brian had to run all the way up.
I had to talk to somebody real quick before we started, but Hudsonville started the year 0-1. They took on West Catholic. And then the game that we featured on WCTD and the Real Sports Network, East Grand Rapids, they took care of East Grand Rapids by 13 points, 57-44. And then Hudsonville traveled to Reeves Puffer, 73-27, a convincing win for the Eagles. And then a close battle between the Wolves of Wyoming on Tuesday night. The Eagles came away with a loss by 2 points, and I got to watch part of that game near the end, and nobody was scoring points near the last 2-3 minutes of the game. While Uni comes in on a win, 47-23, against one of the Ville Sports Network's teams that we haven't covered this year, the Granville Bulldogs. They took care of Granville 47-23, and then they started the season on 2 road games. So their road games are where they're winning the games there, Matt.
Yeah, that's and that's a really interesting thing because a lot of times teams struggle on the road, but they're
good at home.
Yeah, but they've been really good on the road. They're winning their games by over 20 points on the road, which you don't see a lot. And Hudsonville, though, has a kind of has the nice split of 50-50.
1-1 on the road and 1 on the road at home. Unity has beaten Covenant and Calvin, both Christian schools. And they came home to face the Huskies of Forest Hills Northern and the Sailors of South Christian. They lost those 2 games. And then they went over to Granville and beat the Bulldogs. So they're on a high tonight. I think really our game is going to be focused on the South City Classic more than these two teams separate. As we see both teams warming up. Hudsonville on your right-hand side of your screen, and Unity's on the left side of the screen. as we're sitting behind the benches. We got one of the views that we don't very seldom get is that we're high above not high, but we're above. As this is only Kelvin, we're sitting on the floor. In Hudsonville, we sit on the floor. So Kelvin, at Granville and at Unity, we are up above the stands here.
Both areas have great. I mean, even on the court, it is always the best seat in the house. But
I actually sometimes you wish you don't want to sit on the court side because you can as we sometimes you don't like sitting on the court because of all the action, because sometimes you can't see plays, and you're sitting up high you can
catch a basketball to the face.
Oh yeah, Hudsonville comes into the contest averaging 53.7 points while giving up 42.2 points, and Unity averages 47 points exactly, and it gives up 39.4. Those two, if you take Hudsonville's giving up average 42.2 to Unity's 47, we're in a heck of a ball game. Even looking at Unity's giving up only 39 points.
Yeah, very, very close defensively for both teams. But I mean, I would say I think the biggest part though is the 20-point differential in scoring
for Unity, especially. Yeah,
because you're coming in 3-2 against 2-2, and
it's only a game difference, but still, those 20 blowouts might be just teams that are not very good, or they're just playing their best game on those given times.
Yeah, you never, and we kind of saw last week when we were at Catholic when.
Detroit Catholic Central, and Hudsonville, yeah.
Some things just click, and Hudsonville was really clicking that one. And the girls team is kind of the same way as the guys team, in a lot of ways. As they usually really gel well together, but being 2-2, maybe early in the season something has to. There's still some bonding that has to happen. Where Unity's kind of already hit that a little bit.
Yeah, Unity last year was 15-10, 7-7 from the OK Blue. They got a new conference this year than the OK Black. Well, Hudsonville comes in the contest last year at 14-10, 6-8 from the OK Red, and they made it all the way to the district semifinal and lost to the tough East Kentwood Falcons, 50-33. While Unity lost in the regional round, and a huge congratulations go to Unity because not many Unity teams in the girls' ride to go that far. Usually the first round exit. They lost to West Catholic 44-31. So huge kudos to Coach Bill Postema.
I'd say another thing to kind of look at in this matchup tonight too is the coaches. As you just mentioned, Postema. Postema's been here for a while. And then there's Jeff Tuberg on the other end, who has been with Hudsonville for a while, but this is his first season as their girls varsity head coach. He was freshman, then when Signori stepped down, he went to JV, and then
he's working himself up through the ranks, and it might be a tough first season for Coach Jeff Tubergen. His brother used to coach at Unity. I don't think he coaches anymore at Unity, so. But, usually have that brother-brother rivalry. They both went to Holland Christian, full of Unity Christian. And, coming up for the WCTV in the area in the Ville Sports Network, we were going to be traveling to Granville. They will be taking on East Kentwood next week, in the new year, the first Friday of the new year, the 3rd of January. Can we say that already? This year's going by so fast. But the next time you will see us at Unity will be the following Tuesday, the first Tuesday of the month of January, the 7th. We'll be here to see the Crusaders take on the Zeeland West Ducks. The next time we're at Hudsonville, we got to travel all the way down to the 21st of January, where they'll host their crosstown rivals from the north, the Jenison Wildcats, who was under new head coach, especially on the girls' side, and the boys. I think it's in their second season at Jenison, but two crosstown rivals taking it on in the annual cat and
bird fight.
The bird fight. Well, yeah, it's if we get to go to Hudsonville, it'll be a good time to go to Hudsonville to watch the Jenison Wildcats.
Hudsonville, Granville, and Hudsonville Jenison are always the most exciting games. Usually,
yep. You can get some good action. Grant, talking about our standings in the OK Red for the girls' side. So I'll flip through here. We go. First go through the OK Red. Grand Haven's on top at 5-0. One game back is the Bulldogs of Granville, 5-1. And usually it's the opposite side of the spectrum for Granville. They're usually on the bottom of the standings, but they're out to a 5-1 start. Their only loss is to Unity. Then comes Rockford at 3-1. The Falcons of East Kentwood and Hudsonville are tied at 2-2. They'll battle for fourth place there. And the last in the conference, kind of surprising me right now, is West Ottawa.
Yeah, I would say that is surprising. Their girls team is usually fairly solid.
Yep.
And usually, especially against a team like Hudsonville, I've seen them put up some good fights against Hudsonville, so
Yep.
it's interesting.
Yep. Now we're going to look at the OK Black, where Unity Christian holds the Fortress down. The Ducks and Zeeland West are 5-0 coming into the contest tonight. Zeeland East is just one game behind them at 5-1. The Maroons of Holland Christian and the Spring Lake Lakers are 3-1 overall, while Unity Christian is 3-2 overall. The Holland Dutch at 3-2, and then the Hamilton Hawkeyes at 1-3, and that's usually a team we got to watch out too for is the Hamilton Hawkeyes.
Yeah, so a couple shocks at the bottom of the rankings in both divisions, but it's early in the season.
Yep.
We could be standing here a few months.
And we're not even into the conference play yet. That begins after the first of the year.
Yeah.
So that will conclude our pregame show brought to you by Interspace Mini Storage. For Interspace Mini Storage, you can call Todd Ponstein at Interspace Mini Storage. They have take care of the WCTT TV and the Ville Sports Network storage needs. Also like to thank DJ's Pizza Pub. And our last but not least, Healthcare Associates and Community Caregivers. We'll turn it over to our starting lineups. Right after this, you're watching the Ville Sports Network and WCTV. Hello and welcome back. And if you haven't joined us for our pregame, and welcome to Unity Christian High School for the annual Salton City Classic between the Hudsonville Eagles and the Unity Christian Crusaders. Starting lineups are being announced as we speak, but here they are. Number 1, Abby Skolma, senior. Number 5, Josie DeSmit, senior. Number 14, Lakeland Weber, sophomore. Number 20, Ryan Vanderbeek, junior. And rounding out for first-year head coach Jeff Tubergen is number 23, Ava Gardner. And for the home team on the scoreboard, the Crusaders of Hudsonville Unity Christian. Number 5, Brooklyn Holtrup, sophomore guard. Number 12 in Abby Lambers, senior forward. Number 14, Makaro Bonde, senior guard. Number 21, Ellen Christner, sophomore guard. And running line out for head coach Bill Postma, assistants Jeremy Voorhees on bed, soul number 30, Kate Vanderhill. The assistants for Jeff Tubergen are Taylor Goodman, Meg Morehouse. I'd like to thank our officials for officiating tonight's game. Couldn't do it without them, and we can't forget about our cameraman tonight, Mr. Matt Fabiano. Hudsonville, the road blue with yellow numeral lettering and trimming. The Unity Christian Crusaders in the home whites with blue lettering, numbering, and trim. Student sections. The award goes right now to the home team, the Unity Christian Crusaders. They got I'd say 75% full. Hudsonville has 0.01% of the soup section filled. But we're ready for today's ball game. We got 8 minutes on the clock, and we're going to be about underway here shortly. Our scorekeeper tonight, doing our scoreboard tonight, is my brother Dale Waring. And as I said, 8 minutes on the clock, and our tip away is ready. And Hudson will control the tip. And hoop and a harm. And one opportunity for the Hudsonville Eagles, Vanderbeek. Lambert is her first, team first. And to line to shoot the and one is Vanderbeek. Quickly out of the gate, Hudsonville leads the game, 8 seconds in the ball game. 0 for 1 is Vanderbeek, and the rebound will go to the Crusaders and Obandi. She's not with her sister this year, so I won't get them mixed up. Last year we had a mix-up between the two sisters. Unity will control the ball. And that is number 5, Holtrup, with the basketball. She'll toss it over to Obandi, and it's going to be stolen by DeSmit. DeSmit looking to go coast to coast, puts one up, and it's in for 2. Josie DeSmit puts them on the 4-point now. And it's 4-0, Hudsonville on top of the Eagles. Our scoreboard was in another mode, but we got it back. It's a triple try. It's good for Gardner. And they've hit almost every shot has Hudsonville. Gardner gets the lead out to 7-0 Eagles, and Gardner gets the rebound, and she's going to be fouled by number 14 in Obandi. That'll be her first, team's second. That's Makara Obandi. Her sister was Malaya. She graduated. Those two sisters, if you got to see them last year, they were a workhorse for the Crusaders. The Smith gets it over to Gardner. Gardner has it. She'll drive, put it out to Skoma, the triple try. Good! And Hudsonville just hot from everywhere on the court. 10-0 is the score, and this kind of reminds me, if Matt will think of last week, this reminds me of last week's game. Covenant led 7-0, and it took Calvin 7 minutes and 30 seconds to score the first basket, as the Crusaders' no good was Vanderhill, and here comes Skoma over to 20 in Vanderbeek, and no good, and that's the rare miss there for Hudsonville early in the ballgame. That's their second miss, I believe. Let's go to the Smith. 5:47 to go. Here from Unity Christian High School in the annual Salad City Classic. The battle between the French and the Thousand Island addressing, and the triple is good for the Eagles in Josie DeSmit. She has 5 points now, and stretches the lead out to 13-0. And Christner answers with a 3-point basket to erase the deficit. Now it's at 10. It was at 13. That's Skoma with the basketball. Gets it over to Josie Smith. The hot shooting 3-point shot. No good. Nice rebound for Vanderbeek. And she will get 4 points now. She's 1 for 2, 0 for 1 from the line, and it's 15-3. Hudsonville commanding a 12-point lead. Nice shot, and coming out empty of the Crusaders as they'll quickly put up the court to the Hudsonville Eagles. The and one opportunity is good for the Eagles, and that's Vanderbeek. She'll be shooting the and one opportunity. The hoop and the harm for Vanderbeek. She has 6 now. Holtra picked up her first. And we're going to have a timeout, a full timeout. The head coach, Bill Postman. And I was about ready to say, when is he going to take his first time out? Because they didn't look ready for the basketball game. They just look a little deflated, but the end-wide opportunity for Vanderbeek will be after 4.5 to go in our first quarter. Today's game day sponsor, as always, our three sponsors are Inner Space Mini Storage, because most schools were still in session today. Grand Rapids Public is another one that took it off. And that's rare too. So Vanderbeek will be the end-one opportunity. She is unofficially 0 for 1 at the line. She has 6 points. Looking to go split the pair, 1 for 2 is Vanderbeek. Well, first one is up, and guess what? She's 0 for 2 now from the line unofficially. And Hudsonville will get the rebound. Mills Holtrop gets it over to Obandi. Obandi back to Holtrop, and she's going to draw the baseline out. And it's going to be stolen by the Eagles, number 15. Or sorry, not 15. It is 15. And there is no 15 on the roster. So we'll have to get her name when the next dead ball. The triple try for Vanderbeek is no good, and the rebound will go to Skoma, out to DeSmit. They'll reset it. Reset with DeSmit on top of it. Just a tick under 4 minutes to go here in our first quarter. 14-point lead for the Eagles, the visiting Eagles. Took the 5-minute drive, I believe, from Hudsonville High School, maybe a 10-minute drive. The shot is no good for 13 in Reed, and that could have been over and back, but was saved by Vanderbeek. Reed to Vanderbeek to the mystery player, Weber, number 15. It's 14 in our thing, but we'll give it Weber, the 2-point basket. She has 14 in the regular. Must be on the road, she's 15. But she has 2 points and stretches the lead out to 16 now. 19-3 is the score. 3 minutes to go. Triple try, in and out. And the rebound is also no good. And it's going to stay with Hudsonville. Union's got to learn to box out and get the rebound here. I think that's one thing we're going to have to see if Coach Bill Postma can solve here is the rebound, get the rebound, but I think Hudsonville's just going to storm the boards here. They got some experience, and that's Weber, and she's going to step out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Uni Christian Crusaders. Looks like the Christmas out here for the student section for Uni Christian. They're behind the backboard or behind their own side of the court. A rare sight you get to see as Obandi drives and scores for the Crusaders. (19-5), 14-point lead, 2.5 to go. That's DeSmit with the basketball. She'll drive, put one up right into the forest of trees of Uni Christian High School, and that should have been a travel on the play. She took like one too many steps, I believe, but we'll stay with Hudsonville. Nope. Yep, DeSmit's going to toss the ball in. I was waiting for to see who was going to toss it in there and get to Gardner. Gardner has it. Spin move outside, a triple try for Vanderbeek, no good. And it's going to stay with Hudsonville. It looked like it went off the Hudsonville player, number 11, in Lucy Kamstad. As Pell checks in for the Crusaders, 2:16 to go. Deficit remains at 14, and that will not be over and back because it's caught just in time by number 13, Reed. That's DeSmit, and we're going to get a foul on Reed, number 13. A legal screen. That's team first. Unity has 3 fouls. Bondi has it for the Crusaders. They'll work it around on it. Wide open. Oh, Bondi triple try, no good. Look at that. Backdoor rebound is good and fulfilled for number 12, Lambers. 19-7. 12-point lead for the Eagles. There's Weber out to Gardner, and Gardner hits it. She is 5 now, does Gardner. 21-7, 14-point lead. A minute and a half to go. Obande on the drive, it's good. The hoop and the harm for Obande. Nice drive there by Obande to put it up and in. That's Camstead first, and the team second. And that was a good drive there by Obande to get the Hudsonville Eagles off balance. She has a chance to go get her 5th point of the ball game and go 1 for 1. She's 0 for 1 from the line. And the Wolves continue on the rebounds. That's going to be blocked by Vanderhill, and it's going to get right back to the Eagles. Triple try in the corner, good. DeSmit. And DeSmit is 8 points now. 2 triples and a field goal. 24-9, 1 minute to go. Obande with the basketball. She'll drive, and we're going to pick up a foul here. It's going to be on number 11, I believe, for the Eagles. Camus had her second. Her second. And Scomo will check in for number 20, Vanderbeek. Obande. And it's going to give it right to the Eagles of Hudsonville. That's Scoma, the triple try. Off balance, no good. 35 seconds to go. And it should go to Uni, and it will. That was a bad decision there by the Eagles of number 11 in Camistad. She let it go, thinking, I shouldn't touch it, but you still go after the basketball no matter what. 30 seconds to go. Obande works it outside. They work it outside to 5 in Holtrop. Back to Obande inside to Vanderhill. Vanderhill puts one up, good. Kate Vanderhill gets in the scorebook for the Crusaders. And the lead is now at 13 with 8 seconds to go. And I'm going to pick the shot right here at the buzzer. And no good are the Eagles. So after 1 quarter play, it is the road team 24. That's in the Eagles. And the Crusaders 11. When we return here on the Ville Sports Network. And the Ville Sports Network, WCTV, it's the Hudsonville Eagles on top by 13, 24-11 after 1 quarter of play. The Eagles are led by Josie Smith with 8. Crusaders are led by Obande with 4. It will be Crusader basketball to start our second quarter. I'd like to thank the athletic director here at Uni Christian High School, Mr. Jeff Embers, and his assistant, Mr. Matt Baker, for their hospitality here. Got one of the best seats in the house. How many times can we say the best seat in the house is Obande is no good? Finally, the music goes down. That could be a huge distraction if you're on the basketball court. Foul's going to be on Scoma. Her first. And the team first. 7:48 to go. First quarter. Obande loses the ball, but she picks it up and puts it back in for 2. She has 6 now. 24-13, 11-point lead for the Eagles. That's the Uni Christian is chipping away as the jolly old St. Nick is in the building as Josie DeSmit puts it in. As I said, the jolly old St. Nick is in the building. So everybody better be on their best behavior tonight. The triple try is no good for Holtrop. And here come the Hudsonville Eagles. That's Gardner. Gardner travels, but we're going to get a foul on the Eagles of Hudsonville. That'll be their second. Weber picks up her first. The team's second. 26-13, the Eagles got the Crusaders doubled up. As they lead by 13. Obande up, Obande good. She's got to find her Robin to go with her because she is 8 right now. And stretch the lead out to 11 now, 26-15. And I like how Uni put the defense on there, put 2 players up and put their hands up. That'll be Christner over to 12 in Lambers. Obande with the basketball. She spins, puts one up, and she's going to pick up a foul on to Smith, I believe. Number 5. That'll be her first. And the team's third. And the Eagles are in foul trouble now with 3. As Obande is going to be shooting 2. She's unofficially 0 for 1 from the line. And she'll go 1 for 2 from the line. She has 1 more. Cuts the lead down to 10. Chance to go to 9 now. And she's 1 for 3 from the line. And I don't know what Uni was doing there. Almost got caught napping. They did. It's the Smith, or not the Smith, has it? Yes, Josie. That's Skoma. And we have a travel. It's going to be on 15, Weber. And chance for the Crusaders to get down to single digits here. They trail by 10 with 6 minutes to go. It's 5-2 the scoring here in the second quarter. Crusaders have the edge by 3 points. We just ticked under 6. I'll work it out to Christner, no good. And the battle for the rebounds given right to Skoma. She'll push it with 5:45 to go. She'll pull one up, no good. And that should have been a tie-up, but the Crusaders get it. As I can see, both hands were on the ball for both teams. That's the Smith spin move. She'll pass it out. That's Christner. Christner up. Oh, she'll pass it out to Smith. Inside to Vanderhill. That's no good. 5:20 to go. Hudsonville's been on a cold shooting night here in the second quarter. They will miss that one. And the Smith gets the rebound. Smith on the drive. She'll pass it around over to Gardner. Gardner the triple. Good. And no, the Eagles have scored, got 3 back on their side. 29-16 is the score, a 13-point lead. And we're going to get hands in the cookie jar by Gardner. Hands in the cookie jar. That'll be her team 4th, her first. And substitution will be number 2 checking in for the Crusaders. Berenson. That's not Christner, that was 21. In Christner, I was right. Tie up, and it's going to favor the Eagles. Reed checks in for Weber. The Smith will take the duties of bringing it up. Get over to Vanderbeek. That's Skoma. Triple try, good. Josie DeSmit. And the lead is now 16 at 32-16. Hudsonville taking control of the ball game as Unity headed down almost to single digits. Oh, it looks like one of his reindeer came, along with the old Jelly St. Nick. He's in the student section. I'll have to point him out here at my decks. Probably at halftime we'll point him out. It's no good. Is the Smith. Usually she's about, let's say, a 90% free throw shooter. And we're going to get a foul. I don't know who it's a scores table issue. Now she can check in as Smith hits 1 of 2. And officials timeout, and we're going to get a discussion here between 2 of the 3 officials, and I believe it's an illegal substitution maybe. Or is it a foul? It's going to be a foul correction. It's a book issue right now for the Crusaders. Keeping the book. Now we get the official back again for a conference. Well, and with that brief interruption, we'll thank our sponsors tonight, DJ's Pizza Pub, Interspace Mini Storage, and Healthcare Associates and Community Caregivers. I think now we're all squared away. And it will continue to be Crusader basketball with a tick under 4. 33-16 is the score. The Crusaders have been behind ever since the start of the ballgame. Hot start for Hudsonville. It's been slowly cooled off by Obande, no good. And it's going to stay with the Crusaders. It goes off of Gardner. 3:43 to go. And the seats are just about getting there to full capacity. Told you it'd take a while. There's a Bondi, nice pass inside, and you got to use the backboard and see if you use the backboard, you put it in. That's Van Dyken, sorry, for 2. And it's 33-18. Eagles with 3 minutes to go. Putting it up, no good are the Eagles. Battle for the rebound is Vanderbeek, and she'll be shooting 2. Just battle of experience here between the Hudsonville and Unity. I think it's really the experience of Hudsonville's outlasting the. Vanderbeek will be shooting 2. He's unofficially 1 for 3 from the line. Holtrop will check in. 3:09 to go, 34-18. Vanderbeek will go on 2 for 2 from the line, and she will. 35-18. Substitutions will file in with 3:09 to go. It's Weber checks in. So Bondi picks up her second foul. And then team second. Nice block there on the battle of the 4, and it still remains with the Unity Christian. So it goes off of Weber as Christner checks in for the Crusaders. Gets stuck in the coffin corner, and it's tough to get it in. And they'll get it into Holtrop. Holtrop has it. She'll drive, passes it out to Pell. Pell has it. Back to Holtrop. Holtrop picks up her dribble. She'll get to Van Dyken. She should be posting up here. She's going to want it. Oh, that's Vanderhill, sorry. Yep, that was Van Dyken, sorry. Christner, and she's going to line to shoot too. And I think that's what Unity's got to do. Work it in, or get at least a decent shot off and get fouled. Just put it up, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to get called for a foul. Fouls on number 1, Skolma her second. And the team 5th. So you need to be shooting 2 the rest of the way, as Christner is at the line to shoot 1 more. As Christner's 1 for 2 from the line. And the lead is 35-19. The lead is 16. That's blocked by the Crusaders, and here comes 5 in Holtrop with the basketball for the Crusaders. Gets it over to Pell. Pell's going to drive, pulling up, and offensive foul on the Crusaders. No basket. And that was a beautiful drive by Pell. I think she took 1 too many steps. She would have laid it up just before that. I think she wouldn't have been called for the foul. That's her first, and the team's third. 2 minutes to go here at the annual Solid City Classic. The battle between the celery and the carrots, the cucumbers and the lettuce. And the Hudsonville Eagles lead by 16 as they triple try, no good. And Van Dyken gets the rebound. As Holtrop will have the basketball. Get over to Christner inside to Van Dyken, and it's going to be tipped away. And Josie Smith is going to go coast to coast and put it in for 2. As I said, you have to have somebody go with you, and right now going with her is Vanderbeek. She has 7. 17 for the Smith, 37-19 is the score, and just a tick over 1 minute to go as the triple try, no good for the Crusaders. Battle for the rebound, and we're going to pick up a foul on the Eagles. And actually it's going to be a tie-up, and it's going to favor the Crusaders. Berenson checks in for the Crusaders. 37-19 is the score. Holtrop with the basketball in the Coffin corner. Gets it over to Van Dyken. Christner has it. Over to Holtrop. Penetration by Holtrop is up. No good. And 50 seconds to go. DeSmit will toss it, or as Vanderbeek tossing it up, and DeSmit the other way around. Vanderbeek gets the basket, and DeSmit gets the assist. Oh, just a bang play, and I had to get it, and I had it the first time. As Holtrop has it with 20 seconds to go. Almost to halftime break. Lead is 20. Shot for 2, no good. And U's just going to force shots up. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to make them if you're going to force them up. And wide open is number 15 in Weber. Nice give and go there for the Eagles. Stretch the lead now out. A half-court shot is no good. So after one half of play, it is the Hudsonville Eagles maintaining a 22-point lead at 41-19. We're back after this. You're watching and listening to the Ville Sports Network and WCT-TV. Welcome inside the broadcast booth as we are here at the Solid City Classic between two crosstown rival schools, the Eagles of Hudsonville the Eagles of Hudsonville and the home Hudsonville Union Christian Crusaders. The Eagles have a 22-point lead, 41-19 at halftime. Joining me inside the booth as the halftime show is Matt Fabiano. And Matt, what a good and fast start here for the Eagles.
Yeah, and you kind of alluded to it at the beginning of the game. As we saw with our Covenant Christian and Calvin Christian game that we did, it took a while for Unity to get scoring, just like it did on Calvin.
Mm-hmm.
But a very, very different score here at halftime, where that game was 7-7 at halftime.
Yeah, that was a low-scoring game.
But yeah, Hudsonville just put their foot on the gas and really did not look back against this Crusaders team. I'm got into a little foul trouble here in the second, but other than that, a really clean game that Hudsonville's been playing compared to Unity.
Yeah, Josie Smith leads the Eagles with 17. Unofficially from the line, she is 2 for 3 from the line, has 17 points. She hit 3 triples and 3 field goals for 17 points. The Crusaders are led by number 14, Obande, with 9, and 4 for Christner, and a bunch of 2s left there. Is on the court right now is the youngsters, the up-and-coming Crusaders, or Eagles, or wherever they try to want to move their career of high school to, like this. I used to be one of those kids playing, so bring me back to the day when I started to play basketball, but I didn't play for Unity. But another thing that sticks out in my mind is the rebounding by Hudsonville. Unity's not boxing out there, Matt.
Yeah, Hudsonville has been really, really dominating rebounding. A thing that really stuck out to me is on Hudsonville's defense, mainly. And it's the matchup of Josie DeSmit against Obande. Obande has just been overpowering him. Or overpowering her, excuse me.
Yeah.
If I'm Coach Jeff Tubergen, I am changing up who's covering Obande in this second half. Because DeSmith's a great player, but she just defensively, she's just not doing what they need her to do. And that's what's gotten Obande to 14 points, really.
Yeah, you're 9. Yeah, 9 points, not
9
14.
points. I think I got those points mixed up.
Nope, 17 for DeSmit. But DeSmit, I think, is more of a offensive player, more than a defensive player. They're basically 2 offensive players battling it out. And if you're Coach Tubergen there at halftime, you got to have double teamer, because I think that's going to throw her off just a little bit. And if you're Coach Bill Postma, use that disadvantage there of DeSmit with Obande, and I think Obande will open up here. Another thing is Unity's got to learn to rebound is 1. 2 is put up a shot, because if you don't put up a shot in traffic, most likely you're not going to get foul called on you, or you get a foul called on the other team. And we see a nice charge there by the Crusader, or by the Eagles.
I would say, yeah, the Eagles are definitely using traffic shots to their advantage. Unity kind of started using it there a little bit towards the end of this first half, but they're just really not using everything that's in their arsenal to their advantage, and it shows in the score. It really does. And don't get me wrong, Hudsonville is a great team, and usually is, as is Unity. And this game is usually a lot closer, and I think a big part of why it's such a big score discrepancy is because Unity is not using everything in their playbook that they could be.
And another thing is Hudsonville is using all their power and putting it right at Unity, and they're falling down to it. So that is our halftime show, brought to you by the DJ's Pizza Pub in the Hudsonville Plaza across the street in beautiful downtown Hudsonville, across the street from Ace Hardware. When we return, it will be the start of the second half here on the Ville Sports Network and WCT-TV. Welcome back to Unity Christian High School in the annual Solid City Classic here at Unity Christian High School this year. Last year was at the home of the Eagles, and the christening of the field house as we're here at Unity. The trail by 23 points 17 points, and guess what we have? And Matt knows what that is. We have a running clock. But to get there, Uni's got to play some tough defense and force some costly turnovers by the Eagles. And the Eagles have just started right out of the gate. They hit the gas pedal, and I don't know if they know where the brake pedal is right now because they're on fire. The Eagles will start with the basketball to start our second half of play. Joined alongside me tonight, doing our camera tonight, is Matt Fabiano. And we're about ready. We have 8 minutes on the clock here in our third. The Eagles are led by DeSmit with 17. She gets the basketball from Skoma. The Crusaders are led by Obande with 9. As Gardner passes it out to Skoma, the triple, no good. And Obande gets the rebound. She'll push it. See this matchup right here. Obande, she blows right past DeSmit and fails to score. That was one of our keys right there to the second half. And it's working so far for Obande. As Christner gets, Holtrup gets it. Gets it over to Obande. Still guarded by DeSmit, and I think this is the time you take her right now because she's vulnerable, especially on defense. The shot is no good by Vanderhill. That's Vanderbeek. Skoma, Vanderbeek. Vanderbeek on the drive. She'll stop, pop, put one up, and no good. And it's going to go to the Crusaders. If you paid your $5 to get in or use your free pass, you are in luck because I think we're at max capacity, especially seating ready, but we have some standing room only. Fire code can be stretched just a little bit. It's the nice give and go and a basket for the Crusaders. Christner for 2 gets the scoring goal in here in the second half. 41-21, a 20-point lead. Cut it down by 2 to the Crusaders. And that's a bad, costly turnover for the Eagles. Goes right to Obande. She'll work right past, spin move up. And there should have been a foul. She was draped by Vanderbeek. Or DeSmit, sorry. That's Vanderbeek on the other end, and a late whistle. And the foul is going to be on 12 of the Crusaders. Lambert for a second. The team first of the second half. 6 minutes to go. And Vanderbeek shooting 2. She has 9, make it 10. She's 2 for 4 from the line, looking to go 3 for 5 and up the percentage to 60%. She will. She's officially 2 for 2 in the second half. 43-21, a 22-point lead back out. With 6 minutes to go. Holtrop with the basketball. She'll get it back over to 12 and Lambers. Back to Holtrop. And Lambers the triple, no good, and DeSmit gets the rebound. Now they're going to put somebody else on her. Oh, on the backside it is Josie DeSmit for 2. She has 19 now. She's carrying the team right now. 45-21, 24-point lead is Obande, the triple, no good. And she was open. Vanderbeek was on her this time. Here comes DeSmit. Nice pass to Gardner. Gardner up, Gardner good. She has 10 now, this Ava Gardner, and we're going to get a full timeout to the Crusaders, their second timeout. They'll have 3 remaining. The Eagles have all of their timeouts, and very smart there by head coach Bill Postman to call the timeout. They want to get this game stretched any further as it is now at 26 points. the big man himself into the student section. He's sitting, I think 3 rows up, about at half court there. And one of his reindeer right next to him. That's probably Prancer or Vixen. As we're back underway, and Unity Christian has the basketball. Holtrop with the basketball, gets it over to, and travel. It was number 12 in Lambers. Kamistad is in for the Eagles. Didn't see who the other substitution was, but it's probably number 13 in Reed. DeSmit with the basketball, blows right past Holtrop. Now she's guarded by number 21, Christner, and it's going to stay with the Eagles. As they got away from the Obande DeSmit line, defense there. If they knew Obande can blow right past DeSmit, that's why they don't want to have DeSmit on, or Obande on DeSmit. She's on number 5, Holtrop. That's Reed with the basketball. Gets it over to Vanderbeek. Gardner, 4:20 to go. DeSmit. She can hit, and here she goes. She drives. Nice pass, but it's going to be stolen right by Christner over to Obande. Obande's going to work it. Pass it out. Oh, that was a beautiful drive there by number 12, Lamberts, and she is going to be awarded with a foul on the Eagles. That's going to be number 20, Vanderbeek here first, and the team second. Or team first. Pell's going to check in for number 12 in Lamberts. 47-21, 4 minutes to go here in our third. Triple try. No good, and Gardner's going to get the rebound. Gives it over to DeSmit. Chelsea over to Ava. Ava has it. She stops, looks for somebody, and it goes plunking right off the back of her teammate. As Obande is going to take it up, and good. Mikhail Obande has 11 now, and draws it back within 24. Lead was at 26, now at 24. When the largest lead is 26 points, I believe. As Gardner's up, and she just out-muscles the defender, and she now has 12. Does Gardner. 49-23, 26-point lead. 3 and change to go as Holtrop the triple. No good, and if you're Unity, you don't want to take out those wide open shots. Work it inside. Get the hoop and the harm. It's a better opportunity usually when you work it inside, to like DeSmit is. DeSmit's going to put one up, and that's a rare miss for DeSmit, and a rebound goes to Weber. Weber up, no good. And the Crusaders get the rebound with 2:40 to go. Christner has it. Christner's going to drive, and we're going to pick up a foul on number 13 in Reed. That's her second, and the team's second. Skoma in for the Eagles. Van Dyken in for the Crusaders, along with number 20 in Lanstra. $2:38 to go, and that's going to stay with the Eagles. Or it's going to go to the Crusaders. Sorry, stay with the Crusaders. I meant that too. They're on that side of the court. And we're going to pick a foul here. Let's see what's on. Is that 11 or 5? It's going to be Josie DeSmit. Her second. Team third. Number 10 in Pell has it. Gets over to Bonde. Guarded by Skoma. I think that's the better matchup. As Bonde is getting no good. Ash DeSmit with the basketball at 2:20 to go. DeSmit, nice dish off to number 13, Reed, and Reed is good for 2. 2 and 10 to go. 28-point lead. Just as this largest need now at 2 minutes to go here in the third. From the Crusaders' home here on 40th Avenue in the outskirts of Hudsonville, and it's going to go the other way as the foul's going to be on the Crusaders on the rebound. Dyken picks up her first, and the team second. Gardner takes a seat. That's the Eagles have it. They got distracted there for a moment. That's DeSmit, the deep 3, no good. Battle for the rebound is on the floor. Still not controlled, and it's going to be controlled by the Crusaders. And here they come. That was an awkward shot for the Crusaders. Just a giving gunner there. And they come up empty. 51-23, 1 and 10 to go. Smith will slow it up. She's guarded right by that matchup that we liked in Obande. Obande's going to get worked off, but she's right back on to Smith. That's the 2 you want to. We're going to pick up a foul on the Crusaders, number 3 in Vrujink. That'll be her first and the team's third. Just ticked under 1 to go here in the third. And we're going to have a travel. It's going to be on number 15 in Weber. Coach Jeff Tubergen in his first season on the helm at the varsity level. But he's worked himself all the way up from the ninth graders all the way up to the juniors and the senior level. And that one's going to go to the Eagles. So it goes off the Crusaders with 42.4. Staub checks in for the Eagles. The first time she's seen the court tonight. We got 40 seconds to go. 28-point lead. The largest and the most points by the Eagles. Unity with 20 seconds to go. If they're smart, they hold for 1 here. Obande has it. Work it inside, and I think that's what they wanted to do all night. It's going to stay with the Crusaders. It was Van Dyken, sorry. With 13.8 to go here in our third. Obande has it with 10 seconds to go. Spin move up, no good. And it's going to go to the Hudsonville Eagles. It goes off of Van Dyken. 8.6 and enough for a good shot here as Justin DeSmit has it, passes over to half court. She still has it, she'll put one up, and that's how we're in the third with a score 51-23. Eagles firmly on top. When we return in just a few moments, you're watching the Ville Sports Network and WCTV. The half-court heave is no good, and nobody gets the upper watch tonight. I've only seen it, I think, twice since when I've been here at Unity. They hit somebody's head. The half-court has nailed the half-court heave. The Eagles are led by 19 from Josie DeSmit, 11 from Vanderbeek, who is 2 for 2 from the line since they're in the third. 12 for Gardner. So they got a triple-headed monster, do the Eagles right now. The Crusaders are led by a pair of 11s. Krishna has 11 and Obande has 11. And then 3 2s are in there. All makes it up to 23. 8 minutes to go on the clock, and Unity has the basketball for the final quarter of play in the annual Solid City Classic. Since 2008, the Eagles are 10-4 against the Crusaders. So they've had their way with the Crusaders as Holtrop is no good. Loose ball on the floor, and it finds the hands of Skoma. Gets it over to DeSmit, who has not set a second on the bench yet. She's got to be winded, but she can do it because we've seen her play multitude of games without sitting. She is a hard basketball player. She just recently signed her commitment to the home of the Dutchman, the Hope College Flying Dutch. Holtrop scores 2 for the Crusaders, 51-25. That's 26-point lead. Largest lead is 28. Is an in and out for the Eagles on their first trip down the court in the second half, or the fourth quarter. That's going to be stolen by DeSmit, and she's going to make it for 2. Josie DeSmit now has 21. She has points in all 4 quarters tonight. It's 53-25. 28-point lead. The bench will be emptied here for Hudsonville. Wide open, and can't drain the 3-point basket is Vovurujink. And it's 53-28. Eagles firmly on top. Gardner gets it to Skoma. Drive is DeSmit. Gardner with a tough rebound. She'll put it up and no good. And the rebound will go to number 2 in Berenson. $53-28 is the score. Timeout, Crusaders, 30-second timeout. Welcome back to Uni Christian High School. Took a brief break there. Brought to you by Healthcare Sales Edge and Community Caregivers. A 25-point lead. 53-28 is the score, 5:17 to go. Eagles have led from start to current time. It's 32 in Stivey. It's over to 5, Holtrop. Holtrop gets it back, gets it over back to Stivey. Back to Holtrop. They'll work it inside, and Stivey ends up with it. It's going to stay with the Crusaders. So the substitution for the Crusaders, number 20 in Lanstra. We have not seen one player for the Crusaders. And she is not on the bench. So that's probably why we don't see her. 4:48 to go. 53-28 is the score. The Birds on top. The south side of the tracks have the large lead from start to finish, almost. So we have 4.5 to go, and out of bounds will stay with the Crusaders. I like how Coach Tubergen's given those with less fortunate time to play right now. They're in the ball game. Gardner is the only one, I think, of the starting 5 that's in the ball game right now, as DeSmit is sitting. That's what when I say that. When I say that, she's going to come off the bench. But checking in for is Carlton for the Eagles. Replace Gardner. So there's your starting 5. They're not on the floor anymore. It's a fresh 5 for the Eagles. A well-rested Eagle bench. Their bench players right now have scored 2 points overall, as we're going to pick up a foul on the Eagles. That's going to be foul team number 1 of the fourth quarter. Carlton, her first. Team first. 53-28. This score has been held on for a while. As Berenson has it, and that's going to be turnover for the Crusaders. Crusaders need some baskets here because the second string for Hudsonville is in. So this is when you score your points. This is stolen by number 20, Lanstra, for the Crusaders. Wide open, number 2, Berenson was wide open. She's not getting it. That's Whitty, or Witt. So all the Crusaders have played tonight, and all the Eagles have played. This is ball is controlled by the Eagles, but it's going to be stolen right back by the Crusaders. Fouls on 20, Vanderbeek. That's one other starter that's still in. And she'll go out. Replacing her is number 11, Camstead. (53-28), 3:20 to go. You're in the annual Salad City Classic between the ranch dressing and the Thousand Island dressing. The celery and the lettuce, the carrots and the potatoes, and the shot is no good by the Crusaders. They'll get the rebound. That's Rujink. That was a carry. That was the best carry for. You get away with it, do the Crusaders. That's 2 in Berenson. It's over to 22 in Witt. Inside, no good. Backdoor rebound is good, but the shot is no good. And going line to shoot 2 will be the Crusaders. Camistad picks up her 3rd and the team 4th of the fourth quarter. 2:56 to go. And shooting 2. And missing the first will be number 22, Whitty. Looks like blue shoes, but they look purple to me. But from my angle, it looks like light blue or a light lilac color, as that one's going to be controlled by the Eagles. And going over to are the Crusaders with 2:50 to go. Triple try in the corner, no good for Camistad. Second time to try, Tuttle, good. Riley Tuttle gets in the scorebook. Another 2 points off the bench, and that's 4 points off the bench for the Eagles. 51 has gone to their starters. 2:27 to go, 55-28 is the score. Foul on the Eagles, number 10, Burks. Her second, and the team 5th. So Uni will be shooting 2 for the next 2 minutes and 27 seconds. At the line to shoot 1 more is number 32, in Stivey. She'll hit 1 more. That's Woody's 0 for 2 on the line here in the fourth. Looking to go 2 for 2 is Stivey. 55-30, a 25-point lead. Largest lead is 28 for the Eagles of Hudsonville on the road at blue with yellow trim. The Crusaders in the home white with blue trim. The triple, that's Tuttle. Tuttle works inside, no good. And the Crusaders have the basketball. 2 minutes to go in the annual Girls Selden City Classic. The Hudsonville Eagles are going to go to 11-4 in the series since 2008. Boys game will start as they travel 20 minutes after the girls get done with their contest. Standing room only here at Unity Christian High School for the annual Selden City Classic. Tuttle throws it away right to Berenson. Berenson up, and she draws contact. She's awarded with 2 shots. Kamestad picks up her 4th. And line one, shoot 2. Berenson. Oh for 1 now, unofficially. It's just Achilles heel shooting free throws. Berenson looking to get in the scorebook, and she will not. She's 0 for 2 from the line. When points are critical with 1:20 to go here in the ball game. And I was going to say a not so sparse crowd. As it was during the Hudsonville Showcase. Battle of the East versus West side. The West versus the East side is a triple try for Virgink is no good. And the Eagles have 1 minute to go with a 25-point lead here in the ballgame. It's all over, but the final score is going to stay with the Eagles. My player of the game right now is Vanderbeek, who has 11. Could be Gardner with 12, or it could be DeSmit with 21. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, just in the nick of time. Called by the Eagles. .25 lead for the Eagles, 46.9 seconds to go in the game. The ball will stay with the Eagles. Eagles looking to move their record to a game above 500 at 3-2. They're currently at 2-2. It's a drive and rewarded with 2 shots. Will be the Eagles' number 32, Carlton. Berenson picks up her first. The Eagles looking to go 3-2. The Crusaders will fall to an even 500 at 3-3. Carlton will shooting 1 more. She's unofficially 1 for 1 from the line. Looking to go 2 for 2, and she will with that high arcing shot. 57-30 is the score. Not the largest lead. Largest lead is 28. That one working inside and rewarded with 2 shots. We're number 32, Stivey. It's 2 for 2 from the line. Kamestad, that's her 5th. She has been DQ'd from tonight's ball game, and she is DQ'd with no points. But she's played a hard-fought basketball game, did Kamestad. Oops, wrong number. And at the line to shoot 2 will be number 32, Stivey. Only 3 players have not scored for Hudsonville. Been all nice rebound. The second time a chance is good for Stivey. 57-32. And we'll have 4 points for Stivey. And it's going to go to the Crusaders for a foul on the Eagles. Burks picks up the foul. 18 seconds to go. Her third. And really, all she had to do is get past half court, and our final score will be the Crusaders following by 25. Actually make it 22. 57-34 is the final score between the Hudsonville Eagles and the Crusaders of Unity Christian. Joining alongside me in a few seconds will be our sports assistant, Mr. Matt Fabiano. And Matt, the Hudsonville Eagles were held only to 6 points in the fourth quarter, but still survived but it really blew out the Crusaders 57-34.
Yeah, this game was just go from the word go, Hudsonville.
Right from the tip, yes.
Unity, like we've seen Hudsonville in some games where it seems like they're gonna let the foot off the gas and start to struggle. That was just not the case at all here. They just heard that it's like the starting gun went off and bam, just right to it went the Eagles.
Yeah, the Hudsonville Eagles get their Salad City Trophy for head coach, first year head coach, first season. Mr. Jeff Tuberg, congratulations go to the Hudsonville Eagles. They were the unofficial scoring, first of all, for the Crusaders. 2 for Berenson, who scored 2 too late. 3 for Vujink, 2 for Holtjob, 2 for Lambers, 2 for Vanderhill, 4 for Stivey late in the fourth quarter, 2 for Van Dyken, and 11 apiece for Obande and Christner. And for the victorious Hudsonville Eagles, 3 for Skoma, 2 for Tuttle, 2 for Reed, 4 for Weber, Vanderbeek with 11, 12 for Gardner, 2 for Carlton, and leading all points in all game high honors was DeSmit with 21. So I think we know who our player of the game is. It's going to be none other than number 5, Josie DeSmit. But you can kind of give it to number 23 and number 20, who scored 11 and 12 respectively, but you got to give it to Josie DeSmit. She blew right past everybody that was defending her, and the only bad part about that is Uni's Christian's Obande she blew right past her. So it's basically a match for match there on the offense and defensive side.
Yeah, I completely agree. Josie DeSmit is also my player of the game. I mean, you really just can't, in my opinion, you can't give it to really anyone else. She did have a great support around her.
She had the whole team right behind her. If you look at the bench scoring in the game was 2 from Tuttle, 2 from Reed, and 2 from Carlton. So 6 of your points come from the bench, but it's all about the starting 5.
Yeah, you kind of touched on it. DeSmit did struggle a little bit on defense defending Obande, but I would say that's a little bit on coaching decision of keeping that matchup. He did switch it there in the third, about halfway through the third. We also talked about how Unity struggled with rebounding. They definitely picked it up in the second half of the game, but it was a little bit too little too late, as a lot of people like to say. It's one of those things where you either got it or you don't, and tonight Unity just did not have it with rebounding, and was detrimental to them, and a massive disadvantage, as we saw was the final score.
Yeah, the final score on your screen is 57-34, and that is the final of the girls' game in the Salad City Classic, the annual Salad City Classic. We couldn't really consider it the annual Salad City Classic until they restarted in the series. The Hudsonville Eagles are 11-4 since 2008. The Ute Crusaders are 4-11, so not a bad percentage for the Hudsonville Eagles.
Not at all. It's nothing against Unity, but with two very different schools and very different divisions, it's kind of
Division 1 and Division 4.
It's kind of what you expect.
5. Yeah. Yep.
But Unity usually puts on a good show. Tonight just wasn't their night, and you know, 4-11. It's disappointing when you're Unity, but like I said, it's two very different divisions, two very different talent.
Mm-hmm.
But two very different talent branches, I guess you could say, and it shows. But I guess football is where Unity is good, and usually good at basketball too. But tonight was just a different story.
Yeah, a different story, But we're going to see a very good Hudsonville Eagle boys team against a very good Crusader from Hudsonville Unity Christian in our second game of the Salad City Classic. And that will be in a few minutes here. But so for Matt Fabiano, our wonderful cameraman tonight, and yours truly, Brian Wines, once again the final score, the Hudsonville Eagles take the ball from it remains on the south side of the tracks. Once again, the final score, 57-34. We'll join you on a future WCTV broadcast and the Ville Sports Network.